Hi United fans, stay connected right until the very end because we are going to dive deep into the latest on Bradley Barcola, Marcus Rashford, Rafael Leão, Matheus Fernandes, Lewis Hall, Carlos Baleba, Elliot Anderson, Mark Casado and much more. If you are passionate about Manchester United and never want to miss the latest updates from Old Trafford, let's start with one of the most fascinating stories. Reports suggest Manchester United have opened talks regarding Paris Saint-Germain winger Bradley Barcola. Now, this immediately raises a huge question among the fan base. Why not propose a straight swap deal involving Marcus Rashford? Barcelona have already decided against making Rashford's move permanent, meaning the England international is expected to return to Manchester United for pre-season after the World Cup. Rashford remains one of the biggest names associated with the club and still possesses tremendous quality when confident and playing at his best. However, if Manchester United genuinely believe Bradley Barcola represents the future of the left-wing position, then a swap proposal could be an interesting solution. Barcola is one of the most exciting young attacking talents in European football. His pace is electric, his directness is frightening, and his ability to beat defenders one-on-one is exactly the kind of quality that excites supporters inside Old Trafford. Imagine Barcola running towards the Stretford end with defenders desperately trying to stop him. The atmosphere would be absolutely incredible. But would Paris Saint-Germain even consider such a proposal? That remains the biggest obstacle. Rashford brings experience and commercial value, while Barcola represents youth and long-term potential. If you had the choice, Reds, would you exchange Rashford for Barcola in a straight swap deal? Let that sink in. Another name generating enormous excitement is Rafael Leão. According to reports, Manchester United remain interested in the AC Milan superstar, and there are suggestions that the Portuguese winger would be interested in a move to Old Trafford. Michael Carrick reportedly admires the player's style, and it is easy to understand why. Leão possesses the kind of explosive qualities that can completely transform a football match within seconds. His speed is devastating, his dribbling is fearless, and his physical presence makes him a nightmare for defenders. When you watch Rafael Leão, you see a player capable of producing moments of magic from absolutely nothing. Old Trafford has always loved entertainers. From the days of Cristiano Ronaldo to some of the club's most iconic wingers, supporters appreciate players willing to take risks and excite the crowd. Leão fits that description perfectly. Yes, consistency has occasionally been questioned throughout his career, but the raw talent is undeniable. Make no mistake, this is huge. If Manchester United genuinely have an opportunity to sign Rafael Leão, it could become one of the statement transfers of the entire summer window. Can you imagine Leão charging down the left flank with thousands of supporters roaring him forward from the Stretford end? Unbelievable, but true, that possibility could be on the table. Moving into midfield, reports suggest Manchester United are leading the race for both Matheus Fernandes and Lewis Hall. Combined, these deals could cost approximately £115 million, demonstrating that the club are prepared to invest heavily in young Premier League-proven talent. Matheus Fernandes has impressed many observers with his intelligence, composure, and technical ability. He looks like a player capable of controlling matches while continuing to improve significantly over the coming years. Lewis Hall, meanwhile, has developed into one of the most promising young fullbacks in English football. His versatility, energy, and technical quality make him an extremely attractive option for any top club. What makes these potential signings particularly exciting is their age profile. Manchester United have often been criticised for short-term thinking in previous transfer windows. However, players like Fernandes and Hall represent investments for both the present and future. They are young enough to develop further, but already possess Premier League experience. Isn't that exactly the kind of recruitment strategy supporters have been demanding for years? Meanwhile, Manchester United continue to monitor Carlos Baleba and Alex Scott. While Alex Scott is undoubtedly talented, many supporters have pointed out similarities to Scott McTominay in terms of his physical presence and box-to-box attributes. Personally, if the choice came down to one midfielder, I would prioritise Carlos Baleba. The Brighton midfielder looks absolutely outstanding. His athleticism, ball-winning ability and composure under pressure are qualities Manchester United desperately need in midfield. Baleba appears capable of dominating the centre of the pitch against elite opposition. He combines physical strength with technical quality and has shown maturity beyond his years. In modern football, controlling midfield battles often determines whether teams compete for major trophies. Could Baleba become the dominant midfield presence Manchester United have been searching for? Many fans certainly believe so. Reds, who would you choose, Carlos Baleba or Alex Scott? Then we come to Elliot Anderson. Reports indicate Sir Jim Ratcliffe is prepared to meet the player's wage demands in an effort to bring him to Old Trafford. While Anderson is undoubtedly a talented footballer, there are concerns surrounding the financial aspect of such a deal. Manchester United have spent years attempting to repair a wage structure that many believe became unsustainable. Therefore, offering significant wages to convince a player to join could prove controversial, particularly if reports suggesting he prefers Manchester City are accurate. Football clubs must remain disciplined. Talent is important, but maintaining a sensible wage structure is equally vital for long-term success. If a player genuinely wants to represent Manchester United, then the attraction of Old Trafford, the history, the fan base, and the project should already be strong enough. The club cannot afford to repeat mistakes from previous years. What do you think, Reds? Should United meet Anderson's demands or walk away if the financial package becomes excessive? Finally, let's discuss Marc Casado. According to reports, Manchester United have very close ties with his agent Jorge Mendes, which could potentially help the club secure a transfer. Casado has emerged as an intriguing option in midfield, and many supporters view him as a player with significant upside. His technical ability, tactical awareness and composure on the ball fit the profile of a modern midfielder capable of thriving in possession-based systems. What I particularly like about Casado is his intelligence. He appears comfortable receiving the ball under pressure and understands how to progress play quickly. While he may not yet possess the profile of a global superstar, successful teams are often built around smart acquisitions rather than headline-grabbing names alone. Could Casado become one of those hidden gems who arrives with limited fanfare before establishing himself as a key figure at Old Trafford? It is certainly possible. So Reds, after all these developments, what would be your dream transfer window? Would you swap Rashford for Barcola? Should Manchester United go all out for Rafael Leão? Is Carlos Baleba the midfielder United need most? Would you sign Marc Casado as an alternative midfield option? And do you believe Matheus Fernandes and Lewis Hall are worth a combined investment of £115 million? One thing is certain, the transfer window is heating up, and Manchester United appear determined to strengthen several key areas of the squad. The coming weeks could be absolutely crucial for the future direction of the club. Stay tuned, because this summer could change everything. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay connected with the United updates so you never miss the next big update from Old Trafford. The biggest stories are still to come.